Okay, Dr. Mindy here, and I want to give you one of the best health tips I can possibly give you today. And this is specifically for you guys that want to lose weight, but if you're not trying to lose weight, sit tight through this Facebook Live because you're going to learn a ton about what I have to say about your gut bacteria, your microbiome, and how it relates to your brain and to your metabolism and your overall health. So they did a study in 2014 where they took a obese mouse and they put they took a sample of its microbiome in its gut and put it into a skinny mouse. And what they found was that the skinny mouse all of a sudden started to hold on to weight and became obese. So then what they did is they took a skinny mouse and they put the gut bacteria of that skinny mouse into an obese mouse, and what they found is that mouse started to lose weight and it got itself skinny. Now, what's really cool about the second step, or the second way they went about this, is once they had good bacteria in that mouse that was once obese, it's now skinny, it's got the skinny bacteria in it, is that they started to carb load it. They started to give it a ton of calories. They sat it down at a desk and they gave it, or a desk, they sat it down where it wasn't moving. You're the one sitting at the desk, not the mouse. And it didn't give it any activity. And what they found is it didn't matter what they did to that mouse, it remained skinny. So why am I telling you this? Your weight challenges have so much to do with your microbiome of your gut. That is the bottom line. So what's happening is so many of you guys are trying to count calories, you're trying to be on the treadmill for hours when you really need to start to look at your microbiome. Now, we run a test in our office. It's called a gut zoomer test. It gives us an incredible sampling of what is going on in your gut. It shows us which bacteria that you have that are good and which bacteria that are bad, and what you're missing and what you need to add in. And what I will tell you on all the people that we've run the gut zoomer on is that everybody's diversity, their good bacteria in comparison to bad bacteria is very low. And you want your diversity to be high so that you can start to have, you can start to lose weight, your brain can start to work right, and that you can finally live in the body that you deserve to live in. So, if you want to lose weight, if you're ready to stop counting calories, let's talk about how we get your gut microbiome diverse. And it's really out of the box, different. This is not about taking a probiotic. A probiotic is not going to help you. Okay, so there are 4 things that you need to do to get your microbiome more diverse. So the first thing is stop being in that same routine. And you really have to start to take yourself out of your environment. So one of the things they're starting to see is that whole families, have very similar health issues because they have very similar gut microbiomes. So get out of your house, which is really my second thing. Get out into nature. Get your hands in dirt. Go travel. Stop. If you're in your home and your work all the time, get it yourself in other environments. There is a whole beneficial bacterial world out there that can serve you. So you got to get out into the world and into different microbiomes. So if you always go to the same park with your kids, go to a different park. If you're running on a treadmill to work out, start running in the mountains. Get out into the mountains. If you haven't gotten your hands in dirt recently, get your hands in dirt. There is this amazing microbiome out there that you will get by putting yourself in new environments. So the first thing is get out of your current environment. This is what built you this microbiome. The second thing is to get into nature and get into different environments so that you can get different exposure to good bacteria. The third thing is let's start working on your whole family. Now, if you're anything like me, that stresses me out to think like, I gotta change my microbiome, plus I gotta change my family's microbiome. It's not that complicated. Your microbiome is so much more than your gut. Your microbiome is on your skin, it's in your nose, it's in your mouth. So for example, in my family, we've all switched to this toothpaste, which is a prebiotic toothpaste that gets the right bacteria going in your mouth, so that when you have the right bacteria in your mouth, it'll break down your food better, break down sugars better, so it doesn't get into your gut. That's pretty easy switch you can do. We have been rubbing the skin colonizer. This is back a probiotic lotion for your skin. Rub it when you get out of the shower, rub it on your belly, put it in your belly button, rub it on your face, and then do the same with your kids. We also have a nasal spray, a Restore nasal spray we use. Those kind of little simple things can start to change the whole family's microbiome. And as your other members of your family their microbiome improves, your microbiome improves. So it's like this symbiotic relationship. Okay, fourth thing, when you sit down and you look at your plate to eat, I want you to think about micronutrients. How many different micronutrients can you get in? So the more variety of micronutrients you can get into your body, the healthier and the more diverse your microbiome is going to be. Very simple to figure out if you're getting a diverse group of micronutrients. It's based off the color of your food. So even if you're like super healthy and you're doing green all the time, you're only getting one group of micronutrients. You need to look at your plate and color your plate. So what we're encouraging people to do is, if you're always like, I'll use myself as an example. I love peppers. I'm a red and yellow pepper fan. So I don't do orange as much. I hate green, but I'm going to go out and start doing more orange peppers. I'm also looking at doing radishes, and Jerusalem artichokes are really good for your microbiome. How can you look at your plate as being fuel for a good bacteria? How do we get this so that your body, you're getting a variety of things into your gut so that you're feeding different bacteria? And you'd really do it by coloring your plate. Get as many different colors on your plate as possible. Now, of course, there's simple things like you've got to get off the processed sugars, and you've got to get off the processed oils. You got to get off the chemicals. Those are really powerful. You can't do all these things and do that and lose weight. But I know a lot of you that are following me are doing the ketogenic diet. You're doing a lot of cool steps, and what you're forgetting is the diversity of your gut. Okay? So if you want to lose weight, stop counting calories, stop being on the treadmill for hours, and start thinking about your gut and getting the diversity of your gut in the best place possible. Okay? Questions, leave them in there. I have a whole group on Facebook called the Resetters that I'm personally coaching. I'm doing videos on there and getting this kind of information out on a daily basis. If you're interested, just put in the comment section Resetters and we'll invite you over. Okay, hope that helps. If it's helpful, leave me a comment. I'd love to know how this information's landing for you. If you really, really love it, share it, get it out. Let's change the world by changing everybody's microbiome. Have an awesome day.